Thirsty Thursday is here. So, I'm going to get this pulled up on my computer so I can see all of you lovely faces. Well, you can see my face. I can't see your face. I pretend that I can see your face because I'm a dork. But, let me get this pulled up so that I can read comments. I can know that you're here, right? Okay. This is here. Yay! Let me know if you're here. Say hi. If you're watching the replay, let me know that you're here and say hi. It is Thirsty Thursday with my lovely blue moon here today. And I kind of look like a hot mess, but, you know, it's after Christmas. We still had another family Christmas today. I just realized my microphone still hear me. Hopefully you guys had a amazing Christmas or whatever you celebrate. Hopefully it was awesome. We still had another family Christmas today. I think that was the last one though, so we're finally moving on past all of the holiday hoopla. That's a good word for it, I feel like, hoopla. It's kind of crazy, at least with my family. But yeah, I hope you guys had an amazing holiday, and I'm so glad to be back and get back in the swing of things, and it's almost New Year's now, so I feel like this week is just like totally awkward, right? Do you guys feel like that, or is that just me? Like, in between Christmas and New Year's, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, there's still time left, but you almost feel like, I'm kind of done, right? Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe you guys are, like, balls to the wall ready to go, but I'm just like, I'm in holiday mode still. But that is why this is a perfect topic for today's Thirsty Thursday, because there's still time left, and I want to make sure everyone is set up to have the best Thirsty Thursday ever, okay? And 2019 ever. That's actually what I meant to say. Ready to have the best 2019 ever. So, I'm going to check one more time, make sure I'm in the right place, since now I've officially gone live in the wrong group before and totally psyched myself out about it. I'm always paranoid I'm live in the wrong group now. So let's make sure. Okay, we're here. We're pinned as an announcement. We're good. Awesome. Okay. So, as always, like I said, let me know if you're here. Say hi. Give me feedback as we go. I don't like just staring at myself, talking to myself. So, even on the replays, let me know what you think. Let me know, if I'm, like, totally in left field and you have no idea what I'm talking about. That's okay, too. Just, keep me updated. I like to give you guys, stuff that you can actually use and that you want, right? So, I gotta know. Okay, so, today, I want to talk about pretty much what everybody else is talking about on the internet right now. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie, about goal setting for 2019. So pretty much everywhere you look on the internet, that's what everybody's talking about right now. And I know I'm always like, you don't have to do what everyone else is doing, and you don't. But at the same time, it is really freaking important. If you want to actually accomplish your goals, it's really important to set realistic goals and practical goals and talk about how you're going to achieve them, not just what they are, right? So, I'm seriously going to take this old school. I'm sure you guys have probably heard this before, so I'm going to throw in my own stuff along the way, but goals for 2019 should be SMART goals. So, for anyone that doesn't know what that means, it's an acronym. That's the right word, right? Where each letter stands for something. S means, shit, I totally forgot what these mean. SMART is, I think the first S is simple. Simple, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based. I'm pretty sure is what's... I totally forgot the S. I know the other ones are right. But I'm pretty sure it's simple. If it's not, it is for me. That's what my S is simple. So I like to have very, very simple goals when I'm planning them out. So what that looks like is not, I want to have 28 new clients that are coming from this and this and this and this and this, and I want to, launch this program this number of times. That's what the S is. It's supposed to be specific, not SMART, or whatever, simple. The S is supposed to be specific. So I kind of play with that one, and that's why I like to make it simple, honestly. I feel like there needs to be a balance between specific and still simple and not overcomplicating things. So instead of saying, I want to make blah, 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 blah from all these different places, or I want to, lose 14.2 pounds by March 1st, or whatever it is, make sure that it's something that you can get behind. It's simple enough that you're like, yes, okay, I need that. I need to do this. I want to do this. I'm fully behind this goal. And then just specific enough that you can track it, right? Like, it still needs to be specific, especially when we're talking about money goals. So I like specific goals specifically with money because it's not easy to do all of the other letters in our SMART goals if we're not specific on our money goals. So instead of saying, I want to make $100,000 in 2019, you want to say, like, I want to make $100,000 in 2019 so that I can hire a maid and so that I can, get a new car or take my kid out of daycare or retire my husband or whatever it is. It needs to be specific in the outcome, not necessarily the way that it comes to you, if that makes sense. So we want specific, but we want specific in the outcome. And we need to, leave it open to where it's going to go because we're going to make our plans in the rest of the steps. So simple, but also specific when they need to be is the first one. Measurable, it needs to be something that you can measure. So this is where my analytical brain loves to come out. You need to be able to track your goals. If you don't have anything to compare it to, how do you know if you're making progress? And I say that, with the caveat, do not compare yourself to other people. That's a quick way to get really discouraged and, comparisonitis is what they call it online. We don't want any of that. We want to compare ourselves to our past selves, right? So journaling is a great way to do that. Just keeping track of what you're doing. So let's say your goal is to grow your email list to a certain number of people, or your goal is to, engage more in Facebook groups or whatever it is. Keep track of stuff. So go in and actually look at your stats, look at your analytics, look and see how many people you're engaging with, how many people are engaging with you, what types of content you're posting that get the most engagement. You have to be able to measure them. If you can't, how are you going to know if you're getting there? How are you going to know if you need to adjust or course correct, or you have to track this stuff. And a lot of times this is really hard for entrepreneurs. Usually entrepreneurs are these big creative, big picture thinkers. If we're talking about it, in terms of archetypes, like magicians and creators like me and these big picture thinkers. But we have to remember to kind of dig a little bit deeper into the actual details sometimes to make sure that we're still on track. So that's the M, measurable. Attainable, we want to make it something that we can actually achieve. If this is our first year in business, you're not going to make $2 million in your first year of business. Sorry, if that's rude, sorry, but I'm not really sorry, because our goals have to be attainable. If it's something that there's no possible way we can achieve, when we have no experience, we're still learning, we're still doing all these things, it's just going to make us discouraged, and it's just going to hurt us more than it's going to help us to set goals like that. So, realistic, attainable goals. Attainable. And realistic and attainable kind of go together a little bit. So the last one is time-based. So we always want to put a timeline on it. So if we're talking about 2019 goals, then it's, I guess, implied that you want to achieve these things by the end of 2019, but maybe not. So maybe you have smaller goals. I actually set goals in 90-day increments. So I set quarterly goals, basically. So make sure that you are holding yourself accountable, though. If you say you're going to do it by a certain time, do it by a certain time, right? So that's really it. Thirsty Thursday, short and sweet. Like I said, I'm sure you guys have heard all of that before, but I promise, if you actually hold yourself to those things, and instead of just saying, well, I want to add 50 people in my email list. Okay, well, what are the steps that you need to take to make that happen? And each of those steps, are they specific or simple, or is it something you can measure? Are they attainable and realistic, and are they time sensitive? So let's use the example I said a minute ago. If I want to add, 500 people to my email list in the first quarter, you have to come up with a plan to make that happen. We don't just, wish it and it appears, right? You have to take action steps. You have to work towards that. So all of the steps that you're planning out, whether it's, okay, well, how am I going to do that? Okay, I'm going to post in other people's Facebook groups. I'm going to post on Instagram. I'm going to go on podcasts. I'm going to do whatever it is. make sure that all of those goals are also following these guidelines. You don't want to say, okay, well, I'm going to go on 68 podcasts in the first quarter, because that's not realistic, right? So each of the goals. So taking it a step further and just actually thinking through when you're coming up with your plans, if you can actually achieve them, okay? So, like I said, short and sweet, Thirsty Thursday. If you guys have any other ways that you like to set goals, let me know. Put them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And I will be back for Spotlight Sunday this weekend, and I will see you guys soon. So have a great weekend, and let me know if you have any questions.